In our news bulletin for this evening, Niue's ozone project plans to head out to the community to reclaim harmful gases from old refrigeration and air conditioning units on the island. Aspiring writers build their capacity in a 3-day script writing workshop with well-known Niuean actor or director Vela Mansaute. Alofi North ladies showcased their talents through their craft work in a public viewing at the village hall today. Wapa Uhomotu village show they deemed a major success as they pulled out all the stops. The mission goes on to protect the ozone layer, and Niue is doing its part with plans to get out into the community and reclaim harmful gases in old refrigeration and air conditioning units on the island. As the world celebrates International Day for the Preservation of the Ozone Layer today, this serves as a reminder of the signing of the Montreal Protocol on substances that deplete the ozone layer, signed over 25 years ago. The concerted efforts of parties to the protocol have seen the phase-out of controlled uses of ozone-depleting substances, and as a result seen reductions that have helped to protect the ozone layer. Niue's project is being implemented through the Environment Department, where one of the main emphasis is to educate people and to work with those directly involved in handling equipment that stores these harmful gases.
UV is quite damaging in terms of skin cancer and eye cataract. But I think the message that we would like people now to realize is that I think there's some success in this whole program. I think you have heard it on the news that the ozone layer is recovering, and that's simply because a lot of the countries who are party to the convention all got together and try and phase out all the ozone depleting substances. We still have a lot of gases in a lot of the air conditioning and fridges around the island. We are planning to actually go out to the community and try and recover some of these gases. We need to send them away for a proper disposal. And at this moment, we are negotiating with Australia to really take them for disposal.
Sawini says Niue is the first country to remove all ozone-depleting substances, and this is a status they would like to maintain. The project has been working closely with technicians and engineers who maintain refrigeration equipment to use alternative gases and ways of how to safely remove these harmful gases.
We have the tools now provided by UNED. We have gone through the training with the technician how to actually properly recover some of the gases from the rivers and all that. Just a matter of trying to work with the community now and try and get up there and reclaim a lot of the outstanding gas. I think the fish factories there's quite a lot in there to recover, and I think we'll probably need a little bit more cylinders to try and recover those from the fish factory.
The department will develop a program for teams to collect and go out into the community to reclaim ozone-depleting gases in old refrigeration units so they can be removed from the island and disposed of overseas. A new writers group has been formed following a script writing workshop organized by the Niue Film Commission that was held at the USP Centre. A small group of eager participants were taken through an intense process of developing ideas, turning those into stories, and in turn scripts with dialogue to bring these stories to life. The script writing workshop was facilitated by Niuean actor, writer, producer and director Vela Mansaute of Killer Coconut Crew, who has a list of productions to his name, like the acclaimed musical stage show The Factory, that has just recently toured Australia and Scotland, script writing for the film The Tattooist, and a stage play named My Name is Bilitome. Vela says this trip back home was his way of giving back to his community.
I'm at that state of my career, was that state of me as a creative person. I'm ready to help my fellow, give something back to the island. And the only way I can do that is come and use the knowledge that I have and work together with it. Because it's only taking 3 days for for the writers to get mama how understand the structure, okay, how I do the work. It's a way of preserving our culture, our language. Okay, it's my connection to the land is going my way identity Niue. Um, it's a way of also promoting our language or our culture to the rest of the world. I think that's for me that's what's important.
The workshop took aspiring writers on a journey outside of their comfort zone, but they persevered and were able to share their stories through scenes they wrote and delivered at the end of the workshop. Mr. Mansauti says this was very much a crash course on script writing, but he was impressed with the outcome.
And what really impresses me here was the women writers. They have a stronger voice. There was a need for their story to be told. So it is a success in many ways, because 3 days of workshop and everybody got up and read, and obviously it gives them the confidence to write a full play, more than 60 pages, and from there we'll support it, see if we can go to the next level, because the goal would be really nice to have a season, have a production here, and so make like a small group of people. For me, that'll be a blessing in many ways.
The workshop concluded yesterday afternoon with a readout session at the Golf and Sports Club, where writers were able to showcase scenes from the stories and scripts they had worked on over the past few days. Some of the stories developed throughout the workshop reflected some light-hearted tales of intergenerational relationships, self-discovery, youthful adventure, sibling rivalry, and misfortune. The audience also provided feedback on how they could relate to these stories and the need for more Niuean stories to be documented and showcased. The Tungi Emama Writers Group are looking at continuing work to develop stories for the upcoming Niue Film Festival in November and the Niue Arts and Cultural Festival next year. Alofi Tokelo's women's group displayed and showcased their handicraft talents at the Alofi Tokelo Community Hall today, with 18 women and 3 students participating. The village hall was filled with bright and colorful fabric creations along the walls. Accessories adorned the tables. Floral displays and live plants added a bit of flair to complete the wide range of creative displays. The theme for this year is to continue to sustain and raise the status and wisdom of our tupunas in Niue arts and crafts. Of the different crafts on display, those that were judged were made from parts of the coconut tree. There were different types of baskets, fans, brooms, and even garments creatively made out of coconut fiber or lokaka, and there was a skirt made out of kaniu rings. Another event on the program was a cultural and historical reminder of the heavy loads women would carry from the bush, or whawhakavenga mehevau. This was to go in line with the theme of the day. The displays were all very creative and unique in their own way, and of very good quality, making the judges' work just that bit harder. This event is also a lead-up to the Alofi North Annual Show Day that will be held in a week's time. Last Saturday was a fun-filled day out for the family as crowds gathered to Uhumotu for the Tuapa Village Show Day. Food stalls covered the field with all sorts of food on sale, from umu food to barbecue, burgers, desserts, fruit drinks and more. Tuapa as a coastal village, so it was no surprise that the seafood was plentiful and fresh. Carefully tended plantations produced quite a harvest with lots of taros, bananas, tomatoes, cucumbers and other fresh agricultural produce that were snapped up and purchased after they were judged and weighed. The women's craftwork and fabrics added color to the day, but the item of focus for this year was the floral display bowls and vases. As for the entertainment, the children and youth of the village banded together to showcase a number of dances practiced and performed just for the day. It was a scorcher of a day, but that did not deter people from enjoying the opportunity to socialize and mingle. Something out of the ordinary this year was the opening of a golf driving range at the top of the village sea track, where avid golfers got to try their swing aiming for the flag out on the reef. It proved rather challenging but fun and something different for the day, leaving one wondering who would have the grueling task of collecting the golf balls afterwards. The show day ended before 11, much to the delights of punters who are all looking forward to next year. That concludes our news bulletin for this evening. Do join us again for our next news bulletin on Thursday. We also have on Radio Sunshine tomorrow the new Assembly meeting.